Please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Dope intro, brother. Dope intro. WNT9 Talk Radio. I can't hear you, Darell.
My bad, my bad. I had myself muted, but I definitely want to be heard, my brother. How are you, man?
Absolutely. I'm great, man. I'm great. I'm super great. I mean, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm excited to be back on the airwaves again, dealing with a whole bunch of new equipment and things. We got a lot of stuff that we're working on together, you and I. And I'm just excited. It's a good time, despite the results of the election and all that kind of crap right there. We're gonna move, we're gonna keep it moving, man. That's what we do. That's what we do.
Yo, no matter who win, we do what we do. You know what I'm saying? We do what we do,
Absolutely,
man.
absolutely,
I'm excited
absolutely.
about today's guest, man. This
Yeah,
brother,
man.
this brother is official tissue, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do your thing, man.
Absolutely.
Let's bring him in because I'm super excited about this one, man.
Well, this brother he's an icon from Passaic, Passaic High School football. I remember a couple of episodes. I kind of compared some of them to some other people, and then I realized, brother McKinney checked me and said, "Hey, man, we got a great legacy going back to the
Right,
'60s and '70s." So
right.
I had to do my homework. So I refrained from making those comparisons again with some of the legendary icons in Passaic High School football. But this is definitely one of them that we have on the show today. I had moved on to college when he got his opportunity to play, but I remember seeing him and saying, "Yo, this brother's gonna be a star." And I realized, at that point in time, that he had a bright future. He was smart, he was talented, and
Right.
he was committed, and he had a lot of discipline. You didn't find him hanging out a lot, but I'll let him tell y'all that story. You know what I'm saying? Without further ado, I'm going to bring on brother Sterling Henton.
Yeah. Oh
What's
yeah. Oh
poppin',
yeah.
baby?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Oh
got
yeah.
the sick people up in here.
What's going on, family?
Yeah.
How
Yo,
are you,
man, this
man?
is
Oh
real
man,
right here.
Sterl.
Stop
Yo,
playing. This is
man, oh man, oh
official
Absolutely,
man.
real
man.
right here, man, fellas.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh,
sure.
man.
Good
We
to see
here, man.
you,
We here.
brother. Good to see you,
Man.
man.
Likewise, baby. I mean, it's crazy. It's when you hit me up, Hank J, I'm like, yo, LL, what up, baby?
Yeah, yeah,
Philly, the block up to
yeah,
half the street,
yeah,
27 in your
yeah.
book. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
man, that's
Yo,
crazy.
fam, he'll tell you, man, I was blessed, man, to go up to camp as a freshman when he was a senior. And, went through what I had to go through to get to where I had to be. But,
Mm,
I tell you, I take the lessons up to Passaic High School with me everywhere I go. I've been blessed to been around most of the world by now. So, man,
yeah,
thankful, man. Appreciate you guys thinking of me to be a part of your awesome telecast.
absolutely, man. I think one of the things for us was that you just stayed, a high vibrational man. And no matter what was going on in your life, everybody got something going on. So
Oh,
we
man.
know you had to have something going on, but no, you never seen it. You can't see it in your face. You can't see it in your vibe, and your work, man. The work is just incredible, brother. So I said, man, Sterl come from the hometown, man. We got to get him on, man. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? But
honor to see it.
I couldn't wait to ask you this question, man.
Go, bro.
Some backstories, man. Uh, um, Passaic High School, many, many years ago, started a football team for number 4 school.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Man, I can't forget my first year playing football. My
Right.
mother wouldn't let me play. Remember, everybody knew me as a bowler and shooting pool and basketball, all that. You know what I'm saying? The only time I played football was on the block when, D. Finley, all them boys in Stowe playing tackle. I was a tackler
Uh,
coming in the concrete with them boys. And, so
Absolutely.
doing that, and my mother let me play at number 4 when it first came up. And, man, that's where it all started, brother. And I tell people, I didn't play right away. You got to remember, Garcia was labeled to be the next big Passaic High School
right.
star.
Right.
And I've told this story to many kids I speak to across the country that, Now I was, coming in a hard 5'5", 134 pounds, which I barely made weight. And at the time, Garcia was a serious 6'6", 240-pound phenom, and he was supposed to be the next big star, but say, especially at the position I played, quarterback.
Right.
And it was funny because that's the first year Troy Giles played also. You got Boo Boo, and Troy went on to do phenomenal things on the football field and play professional baseball. But I remember Bart Rutherford teaching me and Troy how to put our uniforms on in the first practice.
Pete
I'll
Clark,
never forget that,
Clark,
man, before school, Hank G.
you know, when I saw that team being put together, man, I mean, it was brutal. And I was like, man, these dudes is kicking dirt, man. Like, yo, these dudes, I knew then on that level going into high school that squad was going to be something. You know what I mean? And it actually was inspiring, but it was fearful at the same time, man, because I said, nah, I would love to join, but them dudes ain't playing, man. So I don't know what chip y'all had on your back, but that team right there went and did some crazy things, man. And you wind up, you talked about camp at Passaic High School. Uh,
Yeah.
Passaic High already had some serious things going on with, of course, Ironhead being there and
I
doing
mean,
some.
D. Philly was part of number 1 defense in the state that year, man. So
Exactly.
you think about it, man. And then we were tackling dummies for them. We came up as freshmen, and we're luckily, happily to be invited to varsity camp as freshmen because that didn't happen. Very
Right.
few guys got the opportunity. So a lot of guys in the 8th grade team, including myself, had the opportunity to go. And man, look, that class 83 that Philly a part of, man, some killers. Tyrone Stowe, Andy Savides, Marshall
Yes,
Gregg,
man.
Kevin Bryant, late
Absolutely.
great Kevin Bryant. Oh man, Mike Volpe. The
Oh
list
yeah.
is crazy, man. It's bananas.
Still, did you play Little League though?
No, my mother
Your
wouldn't
first,
let me.
first time was number 4 school.
First
No,
time was number 4. Mother wouldn't let me, man.
wow,
And
wow,
she let
wow.
me play at number 4 school when that team first came up to see me fail because she didn't want me to play football. So and then at the time, like I said, they started Garcia in the beginning of the season. He's 6'6", 240. That was unheard of back then, and I'm trying to beat him out at quarterback. So I had to play wide receiver and DB then, and I returned punts, and the first punt I returned, I fumbled, so she think I would quit.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it wasn't having that. I don't know where she thought that was coming from,
That
me
just
being
made
a
you. That
hustler.
just made
You
you
know,
more hungry. That's all. Made you more
hey man,
hungry.
look here. And then you didn't think that year, we were undefeated, and I finally beat him out at the last game of the season. That's the only game we lose. So that's when I vowed to myself I wouldn't leave my team no loss ever again. And we
Wow,
went.
I saw you. I saw an interview earlier where you brought that story up, where you told it just like that. That changed you. You said from now on, you were going to make sure that you were on the winning side as the QB. That left a nasty taste in your mouth. So I'm glad you brought that up. Tell us about that feeling, man. Like that loss at such a young age. You just getting into
Because
football.
man, my thing was, I had a couple touchdowns dropped that game, but I'm as the quarterback, I always look at myself as the person where, you're supposed to find a way to win. You got to get better anyway,
no
you know,
doubt.
and it's always going to practice the next practice after a win versus a loss. And so I always carry that chip on my shoulder, all right, you might not like how I win, but I'm going to win. And and then I'd rather get better off wins than get better off losses because you got to get better anyway. So my thing was I had to do something to submit my thought process. So that next year was, believe even all the great teams ahead of us, that Dow was a part of, and Hank, you came after, we was the first undefeated freshman football team as a unit
Right,
in Passaic High School. Now we had undefeated varsity teams before, but never undefeated freshman team.
right.
And that's all I knew. That's all I know. I got to find a way to win. And
Absolutely.
shoot,
And
that's
the
a lot of
tradition was so
guys that are
steep.
probably, huh?
The tradition was so steep. It wasn't like
Man,
losing wasn't gonna work. And like you mentioned, having the first undefeated freshman football team in Passaic High School history put a lot of pressure on you guys to
Oh,
go out there and keep doing what we was already doing, but at a higher
Already do.
level. Yeah, so the expectation was high. So
And
yeah,
but
man.
but because y'all did what y'all did, it made us strive to do what we had to do. And
Right.
people understand tradition is built and it's passed on, and that's one thing that you guys gave us. Losing wasn't an option,
yeah.
and I took that on, to my collegiate career, took it on to my professional career. It's crazy. I tell people, I've only led my team in my life from high school to college to professional. I played every league except the NFL, but I've only led my team to a total of 10 losses
Mm.
all my
Wow.
life, and
Wow.
and I
Wow, that's
never
phenomenal.
called those times losses because I always tell everybody to every game I've played, and this attitude has helped me from what Darell and other guys before me at Passaic football and basketball taught me was, I never lost a game.
Right.
I'm not undefeated. I say it again, I never lost a game, but I'm not undefeated.
Yeah.
Just
Oh
ran
yeah.
out
That's
of time.
right.
Oh yeah.
That's
Out
right.
of time.
Sterl, you. I mean, it's just an amazing, story, man. Because when we look at you, we say everybody says football, football. But Sterl, you played basketball. You was a basketball star. Track. I'm seeing you on the field like, yo, look at this dude, man. Every sport available, he's doing this thing. Like, yo, man. So it's not just football. Like, you are a genuine, real deal athlete, man. So, I wanted to know in the moment because I did, have several opportunities where I practiced with you. And man, the arm was crazy, man. I remember a couple of fingers got broke when you was throwing the ball, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a high school level. You know what I mean? And so, what got you to that level? Did you go to some type of training outside of Passaic football and develop your arm technique and the strength? Because it was on another level. It was a lot of people, a lot of receivers were afraid to to run a pattern knowing that Sterl about to throw this ball, man. Hit us with a bomb. Don't hit us with no six patterns. No, 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 nothing short, man. No sevens, none of that. You know what I'm saying? What happened, man? What stepped in? Were
Well,
you
it's amazing you asked that question, Hank G, man. You know, and I'm gonna take. I'm not now. I'm gonna put somebody on a name out there that we from Passaic know is a Passaic legend. Just didn't, didn't have many opportunities as we had. But I was 9 years old this time, and a lot of you guys might know Steven Stroud.
mm,
Steven Stroud. All right, so I remember playing a block Harrison Street versus Summer. We was doing how
yeah,
we do, and
yeah,
Right, right.
I was throwing the ball. He said, "I bet you can't throw the ball 30 yards." Now I'm 99, 9 years old at the time. So I said, "I bet you I can." So he bet me a orange push up. I'm back in the day now, so
yeah,
y'all
yeah,
feel me.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm down there playing with the Nelson brothers, Chris
Oh
Monroe, James Moore. I mean,
wow.
I'm going in. Hezekiah Griggs, probably one of
Oh
Sake's first killers.
yeah.
So we doing what we do, and I threw it 35 yards. All
Mm,
right. So 3 houses down Harrison Street, Mark Stevens' father lived. So Bobby Stevens lived, which is Mark Stevens' father. So at the time, Mark was up and coming, star quarterback. And so I met him and Johnny Vernon. And then they taught me how to throw the ball in Mark's backyard.
mm.
And that was it, man. And then I learned how to throw the ball. And that was one day. So ever since then, I knew I could throw. But back then I was trying to be Lynn Swan.
Yeah, yeah. Daryl's gonna chop it up with you, man, because this guy is our minister of information. So if anybody know anything about the guest, he will know. And it's amazing because Daryl, like you said, he did play on that championship team, in Passaic High School, man. But being a winner, you had a spirit that I would say, and this is no discredit to your athletic ability, but something beyond that caught my attention when we were young. You carried yourself like a winner, no matter what the hell. I mean, you got sacked, you got hit. I remember one time, something happened where y'all the game got so crazy. I think you had to go to the hospital or something, and you had like an internal injury, and the whole town was shook. Like, hell no, this can't be happening to Sterl. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, nah. And so, you know, when I saw you, I'm expecting to see somebody broke down. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up, man? But when we saw you, bro, you was just high vibrational still, you know, motivating from, the bed, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, getting up DJing, like, yo, this guy's supposed to be on one leg, man. And his spirit is so strong. Like, where did that come from, bro? Where does it come from?
And all I can say that came from my mother.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? That's my angel in my life right there. But like my thing is like, hey, all I knew was that the cup was halfway full. When
mm,
I had that injury, the injury you're talking about is when they thought they had to take one of my kidneys out. I got a bruised kidney, and like I said, once again, my mind stayed from days of defend and Tyrone and Ian and Nate and Kitty
right.
and the killers that was on the same
Yeah,
squad.
yeah, yeah.
We and then Coach McCran always saying we play hurt, we don't play injured. So
For
I
real.
finished the
Right.
game
That's right.
with a bruised kidney and I'm urinating blood. You know what I'm saying? And
Wow.
so they thought when I got to the hospital, they thought I was going to take it out. And when I first got there, they told me I would never play football again.
Mm, mm.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, and I'll never forget that moment because that was the same weekend that Doug Flutie threw that pass to make Boston College beat Miami in the
All
Hail
right,
Mary.
all right. Let's. I was down there.
Gang,
I was
bang, all
down
right? So you know what it
there.
is.
I know
And,
exactly what that was. Oh, that was devastating.
yeah.
My bad,
And
brother. Oh,
so,
you just
and I ended up playing with Doug in Canada at BC, so
right,
we talked about
right.
that a lot. But
Yeah, absolutely.
what was crazy is at the end of the week, I stopped urinating blood, and they said I didn't have to go get my kidney. And I
Mm,
had lost a lot of weight. Now he said, you might be able to play again, because we don't have to take the kidney out.
right.
And my mother wanted me to stop. I said, I can't because I didn't want my mother to work 5 jobs to send
Mm,
me to college. I know I had to go to college.
wow.
So, and she would have done it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
so they let me out, they said I was going to be able to play again. It's going to take a little time to rehab. Shoot, man, hey, that's good news, you know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
I was blessed.
Mm,
And I just knew I had to keep on moving. Keep
yeah.
on moving. That man, that's all we know. We all got that.
Yeah.
And we all from
Yeah.
Passaic, Harrison Street, Myrtle. We know how it is, man. We uptown, downtown, in town, out of town. Passaic stay with you, man. And that's just something
Oh,
people understand. We never give up. We always fight. Shoot out. Man, and that was some of the examples that the other guys that came before me showed me that you always gotta, fight through. And if you keep on fighting, you'll get through. And when you get through, you come through even stronger.
mm,
Absolutely. Speaking of that, I don't know if you got the information that Passaic High School went to its first state playoff game in over 15 years.
yeah.
I
Shout out to
made the
Duke,
trip
man.
up there, man, and
Dude.
I got a
Yeah,
chance
man.
Yeah.
to check out the game. I got a little bit of a clip I'm gonna share real quick.
Oh, woo! Woo! Man. All right. Okay. Come on. And man, love to play on that back in the day, baby. So much technology and safety is into the game now that I'm thankful to be able to say I'm living to see. Awesome. Wow. Yeah.
Have you, brother?
I'm thankful you guys thought of me, man. A lot of other legends you guys could have brought into this situation. I'm glad you guys think enough of me to bring me here. And it's funny you say they weren't that good when you were there, D. Finn. But by the time we became seniors in high school, my year, Ridgewood was very good, and that's who we had to beat to win the championship my year.
Oh
So
yeah,
they had like 9 Division I players in their team. They went D1.
Absolutely. They were solid, man. They were solid. I remember them. And, they weren't that good, like I said. But as I started reading papers as I got into college, I was like, oh, Ridge was making a move. So, and
And
they
they
look solid. They
do
look solid the other night too. They really look solid.
nice.
yeah. Ridgewood actually, we played Ridgewood in our championship game as freshmen, and George Roseman, the score was 14-14. George Roseman breaks loose on uh some I forgot what play it was, but he breaks loose on the outside, scores a touchdown. The shit comes back because I was holding. God damn it, man. That shit, that shit stayed with me for years, man. Years that shit stayed with me, man. So we wind up tying. We they still gave us, the love and everything like that, man. So, but just to the credit of Ridgewood, they did develop a pretty good team over there, man. They they
Yeah, man.
they, they
Yeah.
stayed in the spotlight, man. But you mentioned Mark Dupree. He played. He was one of your receivers, man, in high
Absolutely.
school. And now he's coaching Passaic High School. It's just a beautiful thing, wonderful thing, man. You had this. There was one guy that stays with me when your name comes up. Ahmad Fields.
DOC.
Ahmad Fields, man.
DOC, baby.
Yeah, man.
Yo, man. You two alone were running
Hold on,
the
we gotta give
your
that
own
brother
show.
some love. My field
Yeah,
was
Yeah,
busting,
yeah,
brother.
yeah. DOC, baby.
oh yeah,
I
oh yeah,
mean,
oh yeah. You two alone was running the show, man. And the things that I was on the sideline, man, and just amazed. I might as well have been in the stands, looking like, yo, these two guys really. And everybody needs a team, but you two guys were. It seemed like you played on an elite level. You always had like an advantage, and there was a high energy around it. You know, did 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 y'all play outside of high school together?
well, outside of high school, we never played together.
It's amazing. It's
No,
amazing.
Ahmad ended up going to Mont. No, Ahmad's story is just actually phenomenal because
Absolutely. Yeah, it
Ahmad
is.
went to Division III Montclair State. They continued the quest of staying on all 3 sports at Montclair State. Ahmad played football,
Mm,
basketball, and track and was All American in all 3
And he
wow,
holds records
in
still to
college.
this
wow,
day at
Yeah,
wow.
Montclair State. A
and,
lot of
and
those records of his are still in place to
absolutely.
this
And
day.
Ahmad is actually in the Montclair State Hall of Fame. And
Hmm.
What?
Ahmad actually went on to play in the NFL.
Wow, bro, we got to get him on
Right.
too
Hey,
now.
we'll see.
I
Damn.
know. I've been trying to reach him, and I haven't seen him in a couple
I'll
of
get his
years.
number to you. Easy breezy.
That's
No
what's up.
worries. I'll
That's
get his
what's up
number to you.
for sure.
Mine and Tyrone Stowe played together in Phoenix.
Right.
Tyrone is
Right.
another one.
Yeah.
Incredible, man,
Yeah.
incredible. But I just needed to let you know, man, that you and Ahmad, because that was the time I was there,
Yeah.
and you two were just, like, look, man, it felt a lot better that we had y'all on our squad. You know what I'm saying? We know whatever's going on, these two dudes, one of them gonna pull it out, man. You know what I'm saying? So
And man, and we welcome that responsibility, man. You know what I'm saying? We
yeah,
had a lot of fun doing it. We did it a lot in a fun way,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, we had a lot of fun. And
Yeah, yeah.
the one guy, I'm just gonna mention a name who I always believed had a more potential probably than me and Ahmad put together, who just unfortunately got hurt his senior year playing football, was Eric Smallwood. Boogie
Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
Boogie
yes.
Oh
Small.
my
Listen,
goodness. Yeah.
listen.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Boogie Smalls. I done talked to Olympians.
Ah,
I done talked to Olympians. I done talked to
yes.
gold medal winners. I always tell Boogie Small story. I never forget he ran against, man, what's my man name from down South Jersey? Oh man, it comes to me. He ran the Olympics. And Boogie ran Dennis Mitchell. Boogie
Wow.
ran and he made the Olympics. Boogie ran against that cat with one leg swollen, his hamstring pulled. But
Dang.
back then that's all we knew. We was tough,
Right.
but
Right. Right.
we had no concussion protocol and all this stuff going on now.
Yeah.
And he barely beat him, bruh.
Mm.
Boogie on cinders, not an all-weather track. On
Right.
cinders, ran a 10.5. He ran a 10.4. Now that on all weather, that could easily be a 10.1 and 10.2. And
Right.
it was just them two going at it in 100. And Boogie ain't come to practice all week.
Because he was hurt.
Boogie ain't come to practice all week. He pulled his hamstring in warm-ups and he wasn't supposed to run. Well, he
Wow.
gonna race against this dude. So
Wow.
that's a story right there that I've shared with, you know, cats that people think are the fastest in the world that come out of the University of Tennessee. We got guys that won gold medals in 100. I always
Right.
says, cat Eric Boogie Smallwood, Boogie
Crazy.
Smalls, man. I mean, you thinking about and we didn't know how good or how bad we were. We
Yo,
just tried to be the best, and we going at each
Right.
other every day, crazy, going
yo,
at it. You know what
yo.
I'm saying? Just trying to keep respect. I didn't want D Finley and all them things. I was scared or
Yeah.
want me to scrub. So yeah, they might have knocked me around, but I got up.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
wasn't none of that.
Yeah.
Nah. And D Finley tell you the way Coach Kern, rest in peace, treated
That's
me my
right.
freshman year in camp with them. I ran after every practice, and we had 3 a days, three
Mm.
practices a day.
That's right.
We come to college, you got 2 days. People complaining about 2 days. I said, "What is 2 days?" I didn't even know what 2 days was. I
Right.
had no idea.
Right.
I knew it was 3 practices a day during camp. They crying, what are 2 days? Oh, we
Right.
just got 2 practices a day.
Yeah.
Oh, we got water. We got breaks.
Right. 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 Right.
Break
Right.
Right.
practice. I
Right.
mean,
And I think
but
go
that's
ahead.
just, I don't know, man. It's something about the time that we were in Passaic and the lessons that we learned, man. I mean, kept me going in life, man. I got a lot more to go, a lot more to do, but man, it kept me focused, kept me resilient. And I'm thankful, man. When I talk to the kids, I had the opportunity to talk to Duke's team when I came home in September, and they had just beat Clifton, I think, for the first time in I don't know how long.
Yeah. 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 Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
recall.
and I said, look here, Passaic,
Yeah.
be proud to put that P on. That P stand for a lot, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
Get
yeah.
away, man.
That's
That
right.
P stand for a lot. And
Yep. There's a tradition behind all of that. And to your point earlier, the reason that I knew that I could be a really good defensive end, because every day in practice, when coaches used to run this drill called the crash drill. That's when you kick out the defensive end. And guess
Yeah.
who was kicking me out? The late great Iron Haywood. So
yeah, bro.
if I can take him on in practice every day at full
Yeah.
speed, with no let up, and then I felt like there was no other back in the state that could block me. So to your point, I think we came from an era of just so much competitiveness that
Yeah.
if you get knocked down, you got to get back up and you got to continue to go on because
Come on.
it's brothers who on the team that's watching and looking to see how you respond, so they could tell you you don't belong here. If you don't
Right.
belong, then you ain't gonna cut it. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
you bring back a lot of good memories, except for that Doug
Absolutely.
Flutie joint, though. You know what I mean? You could go ahead.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
fam.
That crushed me. That was like I think I was like a freshman or sophomore or something like that in college, man. That crushed me, bro. But but hey, man, it's good. It's good to have you on the show, man, and
I'm glad
it's
to
good
be
that
here,
we can
man.
reminisce about all of this stuff
Yeah.
and all of these other players, and it was a great time, and it is a great time, even today, these young athletes,
Facts.
and what they're doing out there. And I see that, some of the information I found out that you go around talking to the youth and talking to them about your experience and life and how you from not just as a player, but as a person, as a man, and how you've
Yeah.
matured as a man. I've done a lot of. I've been following you in your career for quite some time.
Oh,
and
man.
I've seen you on a couple of podcasts actually, where you spoke about Passaic and how we were raised and brought up and how we were taught on and off the football field by
Yeah,
people in our
man.
community and things of that nature. I can't speak much about what's going on in Passaic now. First I'll say easy, speedy recovery and healing to those who was in that project tragedy of a shooting a couple of days ago.
Right.
We send our healing and prayers to them. But back in our day, it was kind of like it was a little bit different than it is now. So I'm happy that they made it back to the states. I'm happy that the city showed up and showed out. When I say we was down like 14 to 34, and they was still yelling and screaming and banging on
Oh,
stuff.
that's love,
It's
man.
love, and when they walked off the field, everybody was shouting, "Hold your head up, hold your head up." That brought chills to me. That tradition is back again. That winning and showing up in the playoffs is back again. I look forward to next year with those young guys.
Oh,
Mm.
man. It's gonna be special, bro. It's gonna be
Yeah.
special.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Yeah. I
No
see
doubt.
you, and I see a picture in the background, man. You there with the big man? Who's that you with, man?
Oh, which one? Oh man. Oh man.
That's
Uh,
Peyton.
what? This
That's
one right
Peyton.
here?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
Peyton.
yeah.
That's Peyton Manning.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Peyton.
man.
Peyton Manning. No. So Peyton came to Tennessee after me,
Right.
and
Right.
I met him, and I had finished playing ball by the time they were recruiting him, and I had gotten hurt, so I wasn't playing any more pro ball. Finished getting my degree, got my degree instead, got my master's,
Mm.
and so I met,
Congratulations, brother. Congratulations on that, man.
hey man, love. And so I met him on some recruiting trip. You got to remember, I came up when Archie was the man.
Right. He
So
was the man. Yep.
his father was my guy. So I got a
Right,
chance to meet Archie Manning. See what
right.
I'm saying? And so
Hmm.
Peyton is, who he's going to be. And, people forget at the time he had already signed the quarterback that was ranked ahead of him, Brandon Stewart.
Mm.
So Peyton wanted to come to UT and wear number 18, which was his father's number in college. And at the time, the gentleman that wore it right after me, Victor Brown, was leaving. And I said, Peyton, forget 18, where's 16? So
Right.
he took 16. So I
Yeah, yeah,
always tell everybody,
yeah.
he had to be good. Look at the number he had. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, exactly.
he
Yeah,
got it
oh yeah.
retired. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get it retired. Peyton got it retired. But
Yeah.
so he and I, have a real great
Wow.
friendship. See him all the time. We hang out all the time when he come to town, and so love. And I worked out with him when he was here. Excuse me. And the thing about it, when he would come back to town when he's still playing in the league, I would work out with him every summer, throw the ball with him every summer.
Ah,
So
ah.
Payne's my guy.
Sterl,
Payne,
I seen you on. I think this might have been your first year. Um, I mean, it was a national. It's on national TV, brother. I'm like, I turn the TV on, not knowing, and I'm just seeing like the camera view was like a distance, and I just see this quarterback pull out from under the center and roll to the side, and I was like, this Tennessee, this ain't Passaic. I said that quarterback remind me of somebody, man. And it was you, and I said, "Yo, man, he running, he running like he's still like, yo, I gotta get it, man, I gotta get it,
hey,
yo, bro." It was just, it felt very, very great, man, to see you, doing your thing, man, doing what you love, man, and it's just continuing, and I mean, if we had Darryl, we might need to start an award show that we start giving awards. This brother here deserves an award from us. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledging the
Absolutely.
greats that come from where we come from, man.
We're gonna
Brothers,
need 9,000 trophies, man.
yo, man,
It's gonna be so
Sterl,
many. But he
Sterl,
definitely gonna be one of those candidates to get one though, for sure.
yeah. Because there we've had quite a few, powerhouse athletes, man. But again, me personally, I'm more impressed by your ability to speak, to people
Absolutely.
around you and speak to your peers and speak to the kids and just even when you ain't speaking, when you DJing, brother, I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? He's still doing, he's still, yo, you know what I'm saying? That coach spirit, man, is just incredible, man. I would love to see you coaching someday, man. If you still got it in you, I know you've been around for a minute doing your thing.
you know what I'm
You
saying?
know,
It's
you
crazy
know.
for me to bring that up because Coach Gruden, who was my coach at Tennessee,
Mhm.
asked me to be a part of his staff a couple of times, and now I know, and I was in the middle of a whole bunch of other stuff at the time. So one thing about coaching and things that I commit myself to do. If I can't go all in, I don't go in. I'm not a toe in the water type guy.
Yeah.
Out of respect for the position that he offered me, I was not going to take it and not be able to go all the way in.
Right.
I've been offered a few coaching jobs, and
Okay.
so and I've done some coaching on a small level, AAU teams and things of that nature, and and small, football games, all-star games, stuff like that. But
Right.
I never taken it on as a profession. But one thing I will say, I'm very much into cultivating someone's inner spirit, and so I have the pleasure of doing that a lot more than actually coaching the game. And I'm thankful when I do my motivational speaking, I'm able to capture the audience and give them something. There's a lot of great people out there in that space. One of them, my little brother, who's just doing big things, and probably one of the biggest people in that space, like Inky Johnson. If you ever get a chance, can watch Inky Johnson. His story is incredible. Inky, he's a huge man inside the motivational speaking space, and he played at Tennessee 10 years after me, and projected to go first round, defensive back, a little small in size, but was a shadow when it came to being a cover corner, and ran a 4.3 sub 4.3, if not 4.2 40, and regular tackle. You think it's regular tackle,
Yeah.
and killed every nerve in his his right shoulder, and so he walks around with just really one arm operational.
Wow.
And we turn that into a blessing of the juice he's feeding into to the masses. To when you get down, you're never out. I mean, Inky Johnson, man, it's worth your time.
Yeah, we're gonna
Also,
look
individual, great
up.
player.
I peeked him out. I was watching a podcast. I think it was something that with a sister at the University of Tennessee you were on, and you mentioned him, and I googled him. Very inspirational brother.
Oh man,
You got
levels
to
to
check
this
him out,
game
man.
down.
That definitely, yeah, man, definitely. That brother is somebody that is a
If
great,
you ever down
powerful
on
motivator.
anything,
Yeah, man. He's a great motivational brother,
Mm.
and he
official,
tells it like it is too. Tells it like it is.
official.
You know it got to be if it's coming from you, man, because that's what we say about you. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey man, look, man. My thing is
yo,
what makes up Sterl the Pearl. Brothers like you, the option of the lessons I've learned in Passaic, family, people I've come in contact with. It ain't never been about me. It's
right,
always been about
right,
upward progress and upward motion for everyone I'm around. So you can't do that thinking about yourself, or you just make sure you do your part and do it big. And that's all I ever wanted to do.
man, Darryl.
Absolutely,
That
man.
sounds like one of the questions we spoke about in the pre-production, brother.
Yeah, it does. It does. I just want to applaud this brother for what you've done on the field. And an ovation, of course. The man you are, the man that you've become, all the young people that you've helped and been associated with. I was going to bring up Heath Schuler, who was a Heisman Trophy winner. That I'm
This is
sure
my
you've had the
guy.
pleasure. There's so much stuff that we could talk about. But for the sake of time, we're going. I decided I wasn't going to bring up Heath today because I know that you and him got to be close.
Oh man,
But
Heath. I was the first person Heath met when he came on his recruiting trip, and he
okay,
said, "Who is that loud guy?" I be walking out in the door
Yeah,
doing what I do, and it was me and Alvin Harper acting up, and he came in right after we were exiting, so we were going into the draft. Heath came in that year
right,
after we left. We exited.
right.
We exited, but Heath and I are real good friends. He did incredible things in the NFL. Went on to become
Absolutely.
a representative for the state of North Carolina, and right now he's doing business on an international level and
Yeah, he
doing
is. He
real
is,
big
man.
things.
It's great,
Darryl,
man. It's great to see, brothers progressing and doing what they do, man. I'm proud of you, my brother. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, bro.
Darryl, man, keep doing what you're doing, brother. Much love to you, man. Much continued success, man. You are a
Absolutely.
blessing to many of us, brother. So thank you, man.
And man, the grind don't stop. We got to keep it on and on.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely. We're going to keep this thing going, man. Yo, Sterl, we love you, brother. Stay up, man. Keep doing what you do.
And
Ladies
brothers,
and
y'all
gentlemen,
keep on.
without
We
a
here,
doubt,
baby.
without a
Appreciate
doubt,
you, brother.
one of the greats of Passaic, Sterl and Henton.
WNT9 TALK
Yes,
RADIO.
sir.
My man.